Welcome, everybody, to another edition of NXT on Tap. I am Scalz, and I am joined by my two favorite co hosts. Every week we do this, and we watch the best wrestling program out there to date. We got Phil the Future and the Ginger Ninja Jaxpo. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing fucking fantastic tonight.
I'm watching pro wrestlers versus zombies and about to talk NXT, and I'm high. I'm doing pretty good.
So we got Will in the chat, and followed by Metal Mike, Al
Mike.
with her traditional Dickosaurus Rexes, Jamie, and then Vil again. So let's talk about NXT tonight. We're going to start off with the first match of the evening, and that was the Dusty Classic round one matchup between Trick and Mello versus Inofe and Blade.
First off, before we say anything, just shout out to Inofe and Blade for the the Dusty Rhodes throwback.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good touch.
That was sick.
That was nice.
It was a good tag team match to start the show off. Started on a good note.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, 100%.
So, did y'all notice that Trick had to save Inofe when he tried to dive to the outside of the ring?
I think I did.
Because if Trick didn't realize that he was going to come up short, that would have been bad. Like, I don't know what would have happened. We might have had the X thrown up and the match ended because he would have landed directly on nothing.
Yeah. That was injury waiting to happen. Good save by Trick.
Absolutely. Jamie, thank you for the biddies.
Thanks for the biddies, Jamie. Inofe and Blade looked really good in this match, though. I don't know if that's because of Trick Mello Gang or not, but I feel like they're getting better and better each week.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to see them on the TV more.
I think they're just naturally getting better. Like they've been around for I think maybe about a year or two, but like they're really starting to show. They're really starting to become one of their own.
I feel like putting them in there with Trick and Mello, they kind of had no other option but to step their game up.
Mm-hmm.
And they succeeded at it. It was like watching a whole different tag team with them tonight.
So
I've seen the house shows.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely stepped it up. Trick Mello Game were on point tonight. Like, Trick was just on fire. The drop kick that he did in the match, like, he's proven to everybody that he is a superstar in the making, and he should be in WWE for years to come. And I still love everything you're doing with Trick and Mello because you know it's going to all boil over at some point, and I'm here for it.
I feel like Vengeance might be it. I mean, Vengeance might be where it starts, but then Stand and Deliver is where everything is going to just boil over and just
Stand and Deliver is their WrestleMania to NXT. It's the ending starting the new year. So I feel like that's the only place that match should happen.
Should happen and can happen. But I definitely agree, especially now the fact that the Dusty finals are Vengeance Day and Trick is getting his title shot at Vengeance Day. I kind of think they spoiled what's going to happen, at least in my eyes. I feel like Trick is going to cost them the match, and then Mello's going to pay back Trick and cost him his match versus Yulia, and that's how we're going to get the feud between the two of them.
That'd be a good way to get to it.
And I feel like if they didn't do that so quick, like they should have waited till next week to announce it. I feel like after they won their next match, because now you essentially are saying that you're predicting what's going to happen at their next match already. Because you know that he's going to wrestle twice in one night.
Yeah. And that's what Melo doesn't like.
Right, because he's getting the spotlight.
Yeah, he wants Trick to be focused on the Dusty Classic, but seeing that Ilya's better and is wanting to challenge Trick at Vengeance Day. I mean, Trick obviously said, "Hell yeah, let's get it." And you could see with Melo, like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, that's because Melo is all about him.
Exactly. I know we talking NXT, but last night.
Last night was a good show, Jamie, and I'm glad you were there. You got to see it. You could have went on to the table spot. They talked about it last night. But yeah, Melo is giving off that girlfriend turning into a third wheel type of vibes, and he doesn't want to be part of it. Yeah. He wants it all about him. He doesn't want to have to worry about anybody else.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
The story is very similar to the original Heartbreak Kid Diesel breakup. Ooh, okay.
Good callback there. Whoa. Good callback. What's going on, Travis? How are we doing tonight?
Hey, there he is.
So we had Trick Melo Gang win this match. The moves, though, was that an off-a? Where he did that corkscrew 450 splash off the top rope.
Oh,
into the pin, into the finisher where they almost got the 3 count.
I believe so.
And then he had the spinning head DDT on the outside, almost hitting the table. That was a pretty close spot.
Like that. There's a lot of close calls tonight.
There were a lot of close calls, but they were smart. They were smart about it. Like they kept their opponent safe, and that's all that matters.
But anything else we want to talk about on this match before we head on to the next segment?
I'm good on it.
I'm good on it. We're rolling.
So next we had the Obafemi and Dragon Lee segment in the ring.
Oof.
I'm not gonna lie. This guy's got me intrigued.
He's gonna have to do some growing on me, but he's got my eye. So
that's what I'm saying. Like you could tell he's green. Yeah. And he doesn't know everything yet. But you could tell he's learning, and he's only gonna get better as he does everything. And that's why I like about what they did, and they're putting the trust in him already. Like, he's very new, and he already has a belt, and it's one of the major belts.
You know what? It's not just me, but like I'm pretty sure everyone else was like, as Obafemi was talking, it's just like, he talk.
Yeah.
Talk. Like, he's not M'Baku. Calm down. Like,
no, but it was like
the crowd is behind him.
Yeah. And I think he was a little shocked when they started doing that.
Yeah, he's kind of looking around. What?
Right, so because it's like that genuine reaction. Like he's like surprised and shocked. So I'm curious as to see where they go with him. I do like the fact that he didn't give the title shot right away back to Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
And it shows that he is like, he's being his own man. He's not trying to do what other people did. And Dragon Lee's response was like, no? Like, what do you mean no? and then Femi just walks out. Like, so I'm intrigued on his character development and what he's going to do going forward with this belt.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting ride because, like you said, he's green. He's new on the scene kind of thing. I've seen him at one house show. He impressed me there. Like, and to see him, like, he's doing something right, or they had some big plans for him, but he's talented in the ring.
Facts.
A lot of these guys that they've brought up through the NIL are actually getting chances.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the new talent they're bringing in. That just means, though, that people are going to be leaving soon.
Yeah, because they're
coming up that time.
They need.
Yep. After this, we went into the Crazy Stalker and Lyra tag team versus Lola and Elektra.
Lola.
Oh,
Yo.
Shakira and her partner?
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but is Tatum Paxley starting to give off the Mickey James vibes now?
No.
Okay.
She's giving off the fucking Sandow vibes if Sandow was crazy.
I was just gonna say we had this discussion while we were doing a watch along.
Okay.
Me, Jax, and Will were chit chatting.
Yeah, during the fucking Shakira and Selena Gomez match.
Heel Queen, I just said that. Like, just
no, it's not, man.
So I was saying that from the beginning of it, and that's the only one that really comes to mind until Jax brought up Sandow. How Sandow was doing everything to imitate the person, but not be that crazy stalker type person.
Yeah. It's like a mixture between the Trish and Mickey and the Sandow and Miz thing to me.
And this jumped over to the Sandow and Mickey because she stole her ring gear and wore them.
Yeah.
3 hours ago on Twitter, Lyra posted, if anybody sees any of my gear online for sale, please notify me. And then she quote tweeted it later. She goes, never mind.
I love how some of them use the social media to further the story.
Like
Tatum is just Mickey of NXT.
But it's just so I love that they're bringing social media into a lot of these different things because it helps develop more and they can get a lot done on there. And I'm glad they're finally starting to utilize it.
Yeah, again, I mean, it happened a little later in the show, but the NXT Anonymous again with what JC Jane is planning.
That's a ripoff of GTV, by the way, from Raw.
GTV.
Actually, if you want to be fair, it was a copy of Mustafa Ali doing the
SmackDown Hacker.
Yeah, that too. That's kind of weird.
Because how they're showing the videos of it, that's where I think it's similar to that. And I'm so mad we never got the conclusion of that because that was probably the best thing going in SmackDown at that time. But Vince gets bored with things and decided to just end it for no reason. This actually was a pretty good match, though, with Lyra, Tatum, Lola, and Elektra.
It was just so funny though at the end. Somehow, you're almost way too focused on Lyra that you don't notice that Tatum had pinned Elektra, and then when they won, it's like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, and it's just the way that she won. It was just that complete shock. And then Lyra was like, get up, we won. So I'm curious to see how they're going to continue this story between the two of them because it seems to keep getting better and better each week.
I like it.
I'm liking it too. I mean,
make them a tag team.
I can see that.
It could work. It honestly could work, but
especially if Lyra loses the belt.
If Lyra loses the belt, I feel like Tatum Paxley would go absolutely unhinged.
I'm here for it.
I don't know. I don't know if it would be AJ crazy, but Lee crazy,
Did you not see what happened earlier in the night?
I did see
when Lola and Elektra were walking, and then all of a sudden,
she's just like,
Tatum just pulls up.
You're not taking out my champion.
Yeah, just pulls up the blinds from the door and is like craziness.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, we're just gonna go.
After this match, we had another match that I wasn't too sure about to begin with, and that's Ridge Holland and Joe Coffey.
Oh, yeah.
It was a fucking quick match.
It was a quick match, but it was a good match. They both got to showcase what they could do.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind seeing those two guys with their because their styles are very similar from being from the UK and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind giving those guys a couple more minutes to see what they really could do.
I mean, I think this match was more about the story of what happened after the match than the match itself. I'm going to bring this comment up from Gigi. She says she felt bad for Ridge during the match. I mean, it is very unfortunate what is going on with him and how these fans are treating him, because he has injured a couple wrestlers, albeit one of the wrestlers is a storyline injury, but it doesn't help with his reputation from the previous two people that he has injured.
Yeah.
So it is definitely unfortunate, and the fans need to stop treating him like that, because this guy is a great worker. It's just accidents happen.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a major accident, but the wrestler who suffered the injury has forgiven him. He's moved on with it.
I don't remember D'Lo Brown getting this much heat as
Right.
Rich Holland.
Or, well, D'Lo was the one with Test, right?
D'Lo was the one with draws.
Draws, yeah.
And D'Lo didn't get this much heat.
All right. I mean, all right. First of all, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, when was that?
That was back in like the 2000s.
And I think that was at the Garden.
Yeah, I believe.
I think I was there. I think I was there for that.
Oh shoot!
like I've said, I've been to some important times within WWE. Unfortunately, some better than others, but it is definitely unfortunate what is happening with Ridge Holland.
Yeah.
Because the guy is a great worker. He is a safe worker. It's just things happen.
Yeah. And it kind of made you kind of like hit a little bit harder because Rich won the match, but Gallus just absolutely wrecked him and nobody came out. Like,
well, did you see how they kept looking to the stage?
Yeah,
like
nobody was there.
Like they were expecting someone to come out.
Well, like they're just like just in case. Is there somebody there? No. Okay.
Yeah, it was a house show, but I think it was either at the Garden or it was in this area though, because I remember being there for the house show. It was either a Garden or it was either in the Meadowlands or there, or Nassau Coliseum. Those were the only three places that really had the events at the time.
What's this? I love Ridge, but the man doesn't deserve that kind of hate, especially coming for his kid. Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah, it wasn't live TV, and if they did, they probably would have cut off because it was bad.
Hey, Heel Mike, thank you for the likes on the TikTok. Let's go.
It just the way they built the story with this match. After the match, I mean, with the beatdown from Gallus, just the way that they kept looking towards the stage to see if anybody was going to come. And then they kept saying to him, no one's coming for you. No one's coming for you. So it makes me wonder, one, who were they going to have help him? And two, if they're going to have anybody help him. Because, again, on Twitter, somebody posted about this and said, is anybody coming out to help him? And Pete Dunne responded with a GIF emoji like this.
I mean, then again, that's like one of his signature poses. It's just the weirdest times. Just
yeah. But it's funny because that was his tag team partner most recently on SmackDown with the Brawling Brutes. So
I don't know who could come out and save him.
Cora Jade is going to be out 6 to 9 months.
Yeah. Like I said, Heel Queen, I've told you.
It won't be a full year. The difference with her injury and Charlotte's injury is the fact one is on the main roster, and unless Charlotte comes back at the 6-month time frame, which based off of what I've seen on her Twitter and Instagram and what she's posting, she's like a machine. Like she's already had more motion than people in their 3rd month after being surgery. So unless she comes back early, it does not make sense for her to return at any point until Rumble of 2025.
Plus, I mean, she's a Flair. I mean, somehow Flairs always make miracle comebacks.
So unless she can come back in 6 months and she returns at, say, SummerSlam, or she goes over and returns in Bash at Berlin, something like that. Like, if she's not coming back that soon, hold her off until the Rumble and have her be a surprise return at the Rumble.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But with Cora Jade, it's a 6 to 9 month turnaround, and there's nothing big like that to where somebody can return that they need to be held off of TV for. They just need to figure out the right story, and that could be as soon as she's ready. And it could be to go after Ren Sinclair because she's the one that in the match that she got injured.
I still can't believe that's actually Maddie Rankowski. Like I remember her just from like AEW, from just like AEW Dark and AEW what was it? Whatever the Monday show was called.
Elevation.
Elevation, that's what it was. I remember seeing her matches on there, and I mean, like, even though they were matches that ended up in losses, like she's still very good in the ring. I'm glad WWE picked her up.
She was a former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion. Like she's pretty good on the indie scene, and it was really cool to see her get her come up in NXT. And like, I wouldn't mind seeing her go to the Final Four. She's really talented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. We're not there yet.
All right, cool. But,
after this match, you had Braun and Baron interview in the back.
That was so awkward.
It was awkward, but hilarious at the same time. Because they're giving you this whole setup of that they're not getting along, but they're getting along. They're out for each other. I mean, they're out for themselves, but they're going to help each other. Like, it's just, you don't know what to think is going to happen between these two. They're bringing the unpredictability to it.
Yeah, it's almost like they shouldn't be together, but yet when they come together, they make magic.
Yep. What'd you think of the jacket that
Braun bringing back the Rick Steiner,
I know his name is Braun Breaker, but I really need them to put Steiner in his name.
Braun Steiner.
It was I popped for the jacket. Like seeing the nostalgia, even if I don't know if it's like a legit one of his dads or he had one made, but it was
just
fucking spot on.
Yep.
To the T, to the little airbrush spray paint. Oh my God.
I love that he keeps doing throwbacks to his dad and his uncle.
He wears some of his dad's singlets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the pink one with the numbers on it. That was cool.
I will say this. They're doing what Braun Breaker, like letting him be a Steiner without saying it, is how I feel like they should go with Lexis King's character. Let him be a Pillman without saying it.
Yeah, like literally. Like I think it was. I know I think it's probably been established with people for a long time. But Braun has like the build of Rick, but he sounds like Scott.
Yeah.
I don't know why Shadow's comments is not showing on here for me to show it up on the screen. But Shadow asked, how was WWE's Rampage tonight? Rampage could never do the numbers NXT does in a month.
Dummy, yeah.
So I'm curious as to see. They're fighting the
superheroes.
The superheroes next week.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get Braun and Baron in the finals going against Trick Mellow Gang. That's my prediction for the finals.
Yeah.
That's just going to slap.
Oh, man.
I'm looking forward to LWO versus Trick and Mellow. That's going to be a good one.
Better than AEW Raw.
It's like, nah, y'all. Braun was just acting all awkward during that thing. My God.
After this, we had our second Dusty Classic first round match of Chase U versus LWO.
Oh my gosh, yo, that was good.
Yeah. Oh, I had fun during this match.
LWO is fucking amazing. Like, this is what they were wrestling like when they were with Santos Escobar and Legado Fantasma.
LDF, yep.
With Legado the Fantasma. Like, this is where they were. And I'm glad they're back to it because they just make the tag team division better as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? Knowing that obviously Andre Chase was just ringside for Duke and Riley. But what do you guys think about how Duke and Riley did in the ring compared to what we've seen with Duke and Andre? Take a shot.
Riley is impressive.
Riley's very good.
Shadow.
I mean, I don't really know how to compare them.
I like Andre Chase. I think he starts trying to do things more for himself.
Yes.
To try and prove that he is the one in charge. And he tries to just take over the entire match, doesn't like tagging in his partner. He just wants to be the one to do everything. Where Duke and Riley worked better as a tag team tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, Duke and Riley have more of a tag team chemistry between them, whereas Andre Chase, it seems like he's a little more into himself. He feeds off his own ego. I don't know.
But overall, I thought it was a great match between the two of them. LWO took home the win, so they'll be facing Trick Mellow Gang in the semifinals in 2 weeks tonight.
I also like the welcome home chants, like when LWO came out. I'm pretty sure they were mainly for Zelina, but either way.
Everybody's going to cheer for Zelina. It's great.
Yeah. I popped when I saw her. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we need to cover before we head to the Battle Royal?
No. The right team won.
Okay. So tonight there was the 20-woman Battle Royal. With, when you get down to the last four, it turns into a fatal four-way. Before we even start talking about the match itself, what do we think of that setup? What do you think of that way the match was made?
I like it. I like that fact that it's two matches in one. You have to get down to your, and I'm after this, so I got to ask Sean a question. You have to get down to the final four. So it's not like once you're down to that final four, it's just a normal match. And I've always liked it's like two matches in one, and I love that concept. But I'm fucking curious tonight, Sean. Amuse me because I'm stoned. Why was it the worst NXT ever?
Because there was no Nikita or Tiffany Stratton on the TV tonight.
No Tiffany.
Tiffany Stratton's too busy being a farmhand right now.
That's what he's going to say. There was no Tiffany or Nikita. I love the concept of this match. Because what came out of this one after the Battle Royale was a fucking phenomenal fatal four-way.
Facts.
the Final Four put it out there and just fucking went off.
Yeah.
So the Final Four, see, they said it.
Plus, it was kind of boring. Boring.
Sean was watching something else.
Yeah.
And the Final Four was Roxanne Perez, Kalani Jordan, Kiana James, and Fallon Henley. Now, I wanted Fallon Henley to win because everything they've done with her lately, they've been giving her the push. I just felt it was time for her to cash in and be able to have that title shot. I'm not upset with Roxanne Perez winning.
Yeah.
But I would have preferred Fallon Henley.
Same.
Yeah. I could have went with anyone but Rock, and I'm a Roxanne Perez fan, and I could have went with anyone but her. And it would have gave someone new a shot at the title. Like, I feel like Roxanne's had a shit ton of shots.
That's the one thing I didn't like about it, was that she's one of the ones that had the most shots from it. But I thought Kalani Jordan might have been the one to get it. This was intriguing in the match. Because after they both got knocked out, they started brawling and they took it backstage. So I'm intrigued to see what happens from this, because Elektra was the one that was helping Lola trying to cash in.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
I don't know. Maybe they got lost. I don't know. I don't know if it's lost in the moment or.
Why do you think it should have been Kiana, Sean? Kiana's never won a match by herself. She's always had to cheat to win. And this is the perfect setup for her to do that, and she didn't.
Yep.
So that's the reason why I think it was smart that she didn't win. Any spots we want to talk about, particularly in this match?
I think the ending at the ending of this match, when it got down to the fatal 4-way, those girls did exactly like they kept me interested through the whole thing. Like, what's the one that was wearing the all red?
That was
Kalani Jordan.
Kalani, yes.
Dude, she's a little firecracker.
She is. I mean,
holy shit.
Like Jax, I'm not gonna lie when I say this. She was Dana Brooke's protege.
You can't call her Dana Brooke anymore. You got to call her
Perfume by Elegance.
Perfume of my asshole. Ash by Elegance, the scent of Jax's asshole.
Yeah, it's like I hate scent of Jax's.
Hey Sammy, how are we doing tonight?
Hey Sammy, I'm sorry you had to come in there.
Sammy, get that too sweet.
Yeah, sure, Travis. Bring up something about the match.
Yeah.
End of the show, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, after this, we're gonna do our little Q&A session, which has actually been very popular lately. So I'm glad we're gonna keep bringing.
I'm the one bringing my Snapchat groups into this. So and I get them to get eyes on the product. So yeah. LOL, I came into an asshole reference. Sammy.
It was perfect timing, Sammy.
Ash by Legend smells like it's my asshole.
What do you want to bring up, Travis? I'm waiting for your comments so I can pull it up.
Man, shoot.
While we're waiting on his comment.
Sammy, your favorite, you like asshole? That's your favorite?
It's a good fragrance. You don't know what my asshole smells like, Scalz. It can smell like roses. I use Dove. Like, I use that moisturizing soap, dude.
Hey, I mean, that's smart.
You got the lavender flowers coming out your butt?
Yeah, man. It's awesome. But what I will say before we get to a question, if you have not watched Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies,
let's give props to Thea.
No, wait up.
Oh, my bad.
If you haven't watched Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, you're fucking missing out life. This is the best wrestling movie ever made. right next to that.
All right, guys. Let's finish this off for tonight. Phil, where can we find you?
Alrighty, so ladies and gentlemen that are still here, if you still want to see this beautiful face hanging around a little more often, check me out on my socials on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch, under the name you see right down there, and that is simply Phil the Future. That's all. I mean, I'm here on Tuesdays, always. NXT on tap. I get the occasional show up on Thursdays for Boss Bitch Trivia with Rivet City Radio. And that's what I got to share. Next.
Jax?
You can find me anywhere and everywhere. I'll be here every Tuesday night for NXT on tap, every Sunday night now for Sorry for the Interruption. Wednesdays over on the Wolfpack Podcast. Anything else you'd like to know, follow me on Twitter at JaxBo2020.
Okay. I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top Media on both Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. We are pushing to get to the 3,000 hours on YouTube. So if you are not subscribed, go subscribe. If you are, go watch some of the videos. Help us get these hours so we can start monetizing over there. Maybe we'll do some lives over there instead of on here. Just help us out.
Hit the like
button. Little housekeeping. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., right after AEW, over on Rivet City Radio, we will be having The Boom, which is hosted by Cam G, Metal Mike, and Phil Kahn. Then on Thursday, we have, I think this is the debut show of the Boss Bitch Power Hour. If they're not doing trivia, that'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central on Rivet City Radio. And then Friday night, right after SmackDown, back here on Off the Top Media, Friday Night Review with Scalz, Cam, and Phil. Want to thank everybody for coming out. Make sure you drop some comments, some likes. Help us support us. We appreciate everything about it. Have a great night, guys.